Hey guys, how are ya? Today I'm walking outside and I'll do a walk and talk session. And yeah, just catching up on things of personal life. And I want to talk about how to stay focused in life. And pretty much everything we do, is we study, we work, and we learn language, do things. And we'll talk about how to stay focused. And first, I want to talk about why we need to stay focused and live in the moment. I found it's very crucial for us to stay focused while we do things, and then we actually make the most of life. Whatever you do, you eat, you study, you work, or you do things, or you stay in a relationship, parents, being parents or being husband, wife, all sorts of relationship, all the things that we do in our everyday life. Being staying focused, is a skill really. Because so many things in our life are very distracting, to be honest. We have so many things going on. We have cost of living, right? All sorts of negative news on the TV, and we have a lot of feed on our social media, and really take out a lot of our time. And oftentimes we just chug along, with the things going on in our lives. Sometimes even myself, waking up, turn on Facebook, Instagram, and give a refresh, see what's going on, and then after a while you get bored and give another refresh. And there's a saying: if you are not creating the product, you are the product. So on the social media, TVs and radios, if we not being careful, and we're pretty much the product of these modern technologies. That's a bit of unfortunate, because we in this society, we should create wealth, create value, right, rather than being just the product. So staying focused, in our daily life, either work or study, is very good. It makes our life enjoyable, and every day has more value. And then you will have a better odds, in enjoying your life, because life is pretty short, and it's could happen, anything could happen, right? And then if we don't stay focused, enjoy the life while we can, that will become, a waste of life. Behind me is a lake. I think this lake is polluted in a way, so it's not really a good idea to touch the water. I just saw the warning sign. Just too much of a certain bacteria, and it's not suitable for human or dog to consume. So yeah, back to what I talk about. Staying focused, is good for you, and enjoy the things that we do every day. I personally have 2 children, and I do enjoy playing with them. But once I get distracted on the phone or other things, and then it become very, very hard to enjoy the moment, right? You can't, catching up on what's going on the phone, and you kind of like you not put your 100% in the time that you are with your kids or your loved ones. And also doing things like work or studying, learning new skills. And if you don't pay 100% attention, and then you will likely to miss out on the important things, right? So if we stay focused on work, the time actually become faster in a way. I think that's part of like a relativity, you know. If you enjoy the life and you keep yourself very busy, focused, the time goes very, very fast. I remember I did a very boring job a long time ago, and I literally just counting clocks all the time. And then once I had the opportunity of doing things that I liked, then the time actually goes very fast. A blink of an eye, and a day is gone. So that's very, very relative, I would say. I do spend a lot of time reading books or watching a movie, watching TV shows while I ride the train to the city. And then I found so if I focus on the things that I do, either reading books or watching shows, the time runs very fast. I normally on average spend 35 minutes on train one way, yeah. Then I don't really feel the time is a drag. I feel very, very quick, you know, like when I arrive at the destination and I thought, oh wow, this is quick. I haven't finished one episode of my shows. So this is very, very relative, you know. So if we can turn those boring things into a short period of time in relativity, especially, you know, riding a train itself is a very boring thing to do. But if you enjoy the things, you know, to go along with your train ride, and then you spend the time on the fun things, and you found that 35 minutes on the train is actually nothing. And with blink of eye, and the time is gone. So yeah, I think life itself, or work we do, 8 hours a day at work, you know, either you work for yourself, work for somebody else, own your own company, or running your own business, being a leader or a team follower, what's or not. That 8 hours a day of working hours, yeah, ideally you would be doing something you love, and then you focus on what you do, and then the time runs very, very quick. So I do have some kind of skill to share with you, you know, even it's not quite important, right? Every day I set some small goals for myself and then keep myself busy, yeah. And then the day goes fast. If you have no aim, no goal, and then the time goes very, very slow. So it becomes a drag. And 8 hours to me is very, very hard. That said, I try to set goals for my everyday, and set goals for a month, set a goal for a year, and you know, keep myself in a pace that is comfortable and having a meaning in life. Everything that we do, staying focused, you know, and we dedicate ourselves to that particular moment. It's very interesting, and I found myself enjoying myself a bit more. Otherwise, you know, your brain is like doing a certain percentage of work that you do, and a certain percentage of your energy focus on other things. Yeah, and I do kind of like remember that oftentimes, you know, I think about other things, you know, when you talk about with others, communicate with others, and you're completely thinking about something else. For example, you know, completely unrelated things in your brain, and those thoughts can go all over the place. And I try to focus on the things that we do. that means, you know, I just need to be with myself. And yeah, I think that's quite important. Well, there's so many things in life can distract us. I think people may ask how to keep us focused. I think that it's not that simple. Just say, let me stay focused, right? Because so many thoughts that we can't control. I tried meditation myself, and I just try to watch how my own thoughts go, and just be an observer of myself. And I found my thoughts could go all over the place, you know, and I found it's hard to being, let's say, just focus on myself. You know, my thoughts could go to different places. Then, yeah, you can't control your thoughts. But later on, I had a skill of, you know, just notice how your thoughts go and try to keep your thoughts in a particular, you know, mindset, or, you know, just not thinking too much. It's also hard to control. Your thoughts could go. So one of my mentors said, yeah, just leave your thoughts alone and just completely let it go, and you be a completely observer. So I found doing that is quite helpful. You know, I don't think I can control my thoughts that much. Just being an observer and let it go. And, you know, oh wow, what are those birds? I'm gonna stay away from those cockatoos. Way too noisy. Hey, what do you want to talk? Oh, have a look at those cockatoos. Where are you? Have I got you? Those cockatoos. I think that's enough for us. Right. Wow. Cracky. Cockatoos are very noisy birds. Sometimes I go to the park, they're all over the place, and like bunch of them and making huge noise. Anyway, just staying focused that I want to talk about, you know, there are some skills, you know, that you need to master to stay in focus, you know, myself too. First, I want to, you know, try to dedicate, you know, your thoughts, you know, on the things that you do, and practice, really, you know, try to control your brain, eat healthy. Being healthy is so important, right? You know, you eat healthy food, and eat healthy and make your body, you know, strong. And then it's a prerequisite to stay focused. If your body are in shambles, then it's really hard, you know, to stay in focus. You know, staying focused is a skill, and you need to have a strong body, strong mindset. Yeah, not only body, you know, mindset, strong mind. And the other thing that you can do is do the things that you love. You know, it's easy to stay focused. You know, that the things you do you love and give you satisfaction. Yeah, I found it's so interesting. You know, people, like, you do something you like, you enjoy. You know, the time goes so fast. Yeah. If you do something like a chore, and time is very slow. So yeah, try to enjoy the things that you do. you know. And of course, people choose to do things that make them feel happy. That's so, yeah. Like you learn a language or reading a story, it's really really give you the satisfaction, and then time could go very very quick. So yeah, avoid things that's like overly complex, or avoid things that's beyond your control. If you have like things to worry about but you can't really get it done, just don't think about it. Especially this generation, right? We've got so many things to worry about: the politics and economy, recession, industry, unemployment, what's going on. So many things is out of our control. And if we spend that much time on those negative news, then our life will be unenjoyable, really. And the quality of the time that we spend in our life is very, very, very low. The quality. So, in order to be happy and living a satisfactory life, and I would say doing the things that we love, avoid things we don't love, and that would be a great starting point. Then I want to talk about travels and outdoor. I do think staying time outdoor and nature really helps to clear your brain. Oftentimes we spend too much time inside the office, inside the home, under the roof cover, or in a concrete jungle, and then kind of get lost really. You just do the work, and then you don't have a clear mind. So a lot of people, they travel and go to the wild, go to the nature, and then they can find themselves. That's true. Travel or spending time with nature help clear your mind and make your mind being healthy and staying focused. And what's important in your life. When we work 9 to 5, and kind of don't know what's important in your life. Is that working and fulfill the timesheet important, or is it more important to spending time with yourself? Uh, Imagine, every day is your last day of your life, right? And sooner or later, one of these days you will be right. So that's a joke, but it's true. So imagine every day is your last day. You would spending some quality time, right, to make it enjoyable and do the things that make you feel happy. Yeah, time is so short. Lifetime is like a blink of eye. So I encourage people to spending extra time to enjoy the quality of life rather than just kill the time. But as you say, it might be right, because you got to do what you got to do, right? You got to work, you got things, you have obligations, you have promise to your clients, or you have promise to your employers. You have to spend the time that dedicated. Therefore, it's really hard, living every day as your last day, So I do agree, but you can still to be leading a happy life, at least as happy as you could be. So while you have time, with, like off work, weekend, public holidays, trying to do something different rather than staying at home, spending time outdoor, go out travel when you have holidays. Surely it's gonna help quite a lot, help to clear your mind, and you know what to do, and practice things. The video that I'm doing now, it's merely a way for me to think, give me, help me to achieve a clear mind, and try to achieve my goals in my life. I found myself being a foreigner, right? And you still learning the English as a new language. I find myself it's bit of hard to become a native speaker, but I try to do as much as I can, and I practice, and I feel myself, I bring myself satisfaction, and try to make the words clear, make myself clear, and to be a good communicator. And I found satisfaction. That's all. It's nothing serious, I'm not making video for profit. I'm not making video to be someone that I'm not. And I do know on the social medias, a lot of people try to be someone they're not. I don't see the point of it. For me, yeah, just sharing my personal life, my personal standpoint, and I record myself. And in this particular in time, my thoughts and my personal experience. So yeah, that's how I view in life, and I every moment I talk to myself. You gotta stay focused. Do the things that you love, and spending every moment, being, in a wise way, and do not squander the time, and make the most of your life. That's how I feel, why we need to stay focused, and yeah, even when I walk outside, I try to stay focused and focus myself on the topic that I'm on, and I being logical and to share a bit of experience to my potential audience. Yeah, this video going to be live. Later on, I'm gonna put it up on the YouTube. It's nothing serious, I hope my video will get better and better over time, and I try to be more logical and more prepared in the future. Right now, it's just rambling, really. It's nothing prepared or anything. Yeah, just a bit of a share about how to stay focused, and I walk myself to the playground. My kids are playing. Today is a overcast day, afternoon, Perth. Nothing serious. It's a classic winter day in Perth, overcast. But I do enjoy walking outside and spending the time, with myself. Of course, talking is important, you gotta use your skills to communicate your way out. Otherwise, people find hard to understand you. So you gotta talk, you gotta express yourself, and try to be a good communicator, really. These days, if you don't show yourself off, people have gonna spend a lot of time to actually understand you. You might be a good person, you might have some good skills, but if you don't show them off, people don't know. Well, I've personally gone through, those interviews, and people ask me, what are you, introduce yourself and all that. And even I do introduce myself, just 2-3 minutes introduce myself. It's really hard to give people a good impression, because the time is so short. People are gonna spend a lot of time to actually understand a person, strengths and weakness, or your personal opinions, and your skills and all that. So making a video record me how I view life, and how I process things, and how my standpoints and my understanding in life, you know. So yeah, it just records me um, how I view things in life. And with this recording goes, I will hopefully find myself. I'll make progress. Yeah, uh, I'll try to make my video better and better and make myself more logical over time. Because nothing is prepared. You know, when I turn on the camera, I just want to talk, and nothing is in an organized way. So I apologize for that. But this just serves me to be a way of making some friends. You know, you talk with friends. You don't really, you know, prepare yourself in topic and try to be a professional talking about something, right? It's just talking random things and things you like, things you don't like. That's pretty much it. Now I reached my destination. That is the playground. I'm gonna find my kids and I'm gonna spend time with them. And now, as I said, stay focused, right? This is the end of this walk and talk session. Don't forget to give my video a like and a subscribe, and I'll catch you next time. Goodbye.